back. We had to pay the bills this time because, technical difficulties, getting everything cut off. Now we're gonna transition into basketball. Shout out to Nam,
Shout out to Blue Moon.
Blue Moon. Over there sound like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Great taste in the light sky. by the way.
So LeBron James is 100, and don't quote me, but he's either 116
No,
or
no, no, no.
117 points away.
Is it 16?
I think he got two.
Based on yesterday's performance.
Wait a minute, he had like 20-something points last night, so it was at
No, he had like 40.
So it was at 126 before
41.
that. So it's then went down then big
Okay,
time.
we'll get the exact figures. I mean, that's beside the point. At the end of the day, he's gonna break Kareem's record.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
It's basically LeBron watch for the next couple of episodes.
117.
117, yeah. So it's LeBron.
Currently.
It's LeBron watch until he actually breaks the record. And interesting about that game. Did you guys see that game last night?
I did.
Okay, that last play, the last two sequences. First, it was Jaylen Brown getting fouled, but they don't initially call it. Then they call it, and then he gets the foul and the free throws.
Yeah.
Patrick Beverly, he's getting drug tested tomorrow. He came off the miss and caught the dunk. He's definitely getting drug tested tomorrow.
Put back. He hit a couple of big time
Well,
threes.
He's always been high energy, so I don't know.
And then the last play of the game, LeBron goes up. He drives to the basket, gets fouled on a clear hit, and I've never seen this in my life. And I'm that type of petty of Patrick Beverly. He pulls out the camera from one of the guys on the media and tries to show the referee. And he gets the technical foul going into overtime. But that was clearly a foul. Clearly a foul.
Well, a lot of fouls don't get called, man. And if you was watching that whole game, it was kind of nitpicking with the refs anyway during the whole game. You know what I'm saying? Like they weren't. That's what sets the tone of a game on how the refs start calling. Yeah, right. That sets the tone, and it didn't start it out that way. So, it was a lot of missed calls during that game.
I'm just going to say it before I turn it to Nam. Basically, what all these young kids are saying nowadays, that referee staff was giving me Tim Donaghy vibes, and that's what I was getting because that was clearly a foul.
So you thought they were throwing a game.
And I ain't saying that the over and under was a certain number that they had hit, but I'm just saying.
He was betting on the game, bro.
How do you not call that?
Straight like that.
I agree.
How do you not call that? And out of all players, LeBron James doesn't get that call?
I mean, well, he was getting called on some fouls that normally he wouldn't get called on during that game, But I don't know, man. It's just.
I mean, it's tough. Yes, I get it. It's tough, but come on, you. I mean, you call a foul on Jaylen Brown. Granted, Patrick Beverly did hit Jaylen Brown, but you can't review that?
I guess it depends on where the referee was standing there, I guess.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
They should have been called, but it might have been the vision. We don't know. We don't know what the refs see with all these bodies flying around.
Oh, nah, he's seen that stat line. That's what he's seen, bro. Listen, I think the officiating this year, all in all, has been very questionable. Even though they're trying to work on calling a lot of carries and travels and things of that nature, but
that's going to be hard.
Some of the big time games have been poorly officiated. A lot of them. I seen this stat. I don't know how accurate it is. I didn't fact check it, but that officiating crew, every time they've reffed the Boston team, they're like 38-2. Boston's like 38-2 or some crazy number.
So you saying that's the FanDuel crew?
Absolutely.
That's the DraftKings crew.
They're in the pockets of the mafia.
Well, that's
out there. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what happens when you don't have the own officiating, just like the NFL. I mean, the referees don't belong to the NFL; they have their own union. So
absolutely,
that's what happens when
they're in the pockets of the mafia.
All right,
man. Obviously, there's no fact checks, but to me, it's very wild that LeBron, probably the best player in the world, one of the best players in the world, so on and so forth.
Best player ever.
For him to not
like
get a
listening
call,
to you.
for him to not get a call like that, which is outrageous. It's the same. If you look at the tape again, it's the same play that they ran in Miami against Paul George.
Mhm.
That pin down curl, he gets it. If the shot is there, he takes it. If it's not there, it's just a line drive to the basket. Obviously, he made it against Paul George in the playoffs. It's the same play. Paul George fouled him. Tatum fouled him as well.
I mean, we agree.
Real time or not, he got fouled.
Right.
There's no way you don't call that, or
Right.
or you anticipate the call of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he's going into a crowded lane. It's
Yeah.
not like it's 4 flat and everybody's spaced out.
It should have been called though.
Yeah, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah.
But you know, it is what
It is
it
what
is.
it is.
LeBron is still going to break the record. Still going to be top 10 in, you know, most statistical categories.
He's gonna be 1 in scoring.
It's only
One
top
of-
10 and 2.
He's top 5 in assists. He just
Yeah,
I think he's 4 right now in assists.
he's on.
Go fact check it.
We'll fact check it.
I mean, I got it right here. I don't even have to go far. I got it right here.
He's number
Just
4 in
he-
assists.
Hold on, I got you. What I'm saying. Hold
Listen.
on.
Okay, what's
Only
up?
Top 20 in rebounds.
Only player top 10 in points and assists. He's second in points, 9 and 3-point field goals. He's 32nd in rebounds, 6 in assists, and
No,
9
no. Well,
in-
as-
nine
as-
in-
as of
nine in-
when?
9
As
in
of when?
steals.
Wait. You said he's 9 in rebounds.
32nd.
He's 32nd in rebounds,
Mm-hmm.
but he's still gonna have 10,000
That
rebounds, 10,000 assists, and 40,000 points.
well, you know, I mean, thing of it is, you know, the guy's great. He's great. You
Okay.
can't take that from him.
Okay.
I've said it before. He is great. You know, he has stamped a legendary career. He's 20 years in. You know, you can't take that away from him. I don't care how many LeBron haters there may be out there. I mean, I'm not a hater. I recognize his, you know, his greatness for this generation. I mean, he's a generational player, man. I mean, there it is with that. Nobody on this staff is doubting that, especially from us two. You know, we already know what his comments are on that. But I mean, the guy's he's going to break the record. You know, as he's alluded to 10 times. You know,
All-star starters. Okay, in the West you have Stephen Curry, Joker, surprisingly Zion Williamson. I think he played like 15 minutes this season. LeBron James.
why is it surprising for Zion?
I mean,
Well, when he's available, he's all-star caliber.
He's done more this year than he's done since he's been there.
yeah, but like you said, when he's available, availability is huge.
Hey, I agree with that. I agree with that.
And Luka Doncic, having a phenomenal season. Joker is also having a phenomenal season.
Hold on, name the starters again.
Zion Williamson, Joker, Luka, Curry, and last but not least, LeGoat.
Who's that?
LeGoat? Le23, a.k.a. Le6.
Hey, man, I don't speak that language,
Oh,
man.
my fault. The greatest player of all time, LeBron James.
Michael Jordan's not playing anymore.
Okay. Steph, to me, obviously Steph has been playing well.
Yes.
But I would have put Shea as a starter.
Starter or reserve?
Starter.
Starter? Okay.
I mean,
Shea
if he's on a better team, he's putting up starter numbers. Shea has been balling. Since
Yeah,
Nah,
man,
he
but-
is.
But you actually think they're gonna put Stephen Curry on reserve?
Of course not.
Okay.
I'm saying
Yeah, right. That's
if
not
we were
happening.
being realistic, away from the media and
Right.
attention and endorsements and all
Right.
that, Shea is a starter.
His name alone gave him the starting job.
Shea is
so.
a starter.
Yeah. I mean,
No questions asked. This year, he's a starter. But it is what it is.
Can only start 5.
now we got some controversy in the East. For the East, you have Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Giannis, Donovan Mitchell, and Jason Tatum.
Where's the controversy?
How is Embiid not a starter?
Well, why is Kevin Durant a starter?
I agree.
But,
Because it's the format of 2 guards, 3 forwards, right?
but that's the name. That's the name of the game again. The name,
Zion,
names alone.
Zion and KD availability hasn't been there for them.
Names alone,
That's
man.
what-
Just getting them in there.
But the crazy thing is, I don't have a problem with
Who?
I don't have a problem with Donovan Mitchell, Kyrie questionable, KD questionable, but you gotta find a space to put.
Who would you put in there 2 positions?
I don't see a problem with Tatum.
No, I'm talking about Kyrie and Durant.
Yeah, who are you swapping out?
I'm putting to be honest with you, I'll probably swap Kyrie for Embiid.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
the 2 guards, 3 forwards format.
You know what's
Right.
crazy? Big Perk, shout out to Big Perk. He said this. He said, "Yo, we going into positionless basketball."
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, to be
It should be 5 guards if you want it.
if it, I mean, 5 guards, 4 guards, 1 big man. I mean, to me, it should just be the best player no matter what.
Yeah,
Because
that's where we're at now.
and I'm gonna name 2 players. For one, they're not on the same level, but for one, you have Jokic went against Embiid last night, and Jokic, he did well. I think like 20-something points, 8 rebounds. But then you had Embiid to have 47 and 18 rebounds. How is he not an all-star? And now he's going up against the two-time MVP, and he puts on a performance like that. That was a statement game. Listen, I understand what you're doing, but
I'm here.
I'm here.
Yeah.
So I probably would have removed KD and put Embiid.
And that's what
I
they're-
don't have a problem
that's-
with that
That's what
neither.
they're gonna do anyways.
Yeah, I don't have a
think
problem with that
I
either.
don't agree.
KD's
that.
not coming back within the next 2 weeks. is he?
Right.
Nah, yeah.
He's
I
probably
mean-
gonna come post All Star.
I mean, to be real, it really doesn't matter because the All-Star game now is basically like the Pro Bowl. It's a glorified exhibition game. Come to back in the days, like they actually played. It was an exhibition for the first 3 quarters.
They actually play now because of the charities that are involved.
Yeah.
And how they stipulated and things of that nature. But to your point, yeah,
Yeah.
pointless.
I mean, I
very pointless.
I have no issue with basically like it's hard to really get upset about it because they don't really play for that nowadays. But like I said, that's good on your resume. I mean, it does help your resume. You get MVPs, championships, stuff like that. But you know, for some players that have never reached that level, you know, stuff like that matters.
What about Ja? Should he be a starter?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Who you gonna take off?
Where that in? Well, I mean, Steph.
You could take Stephen Curry. That's what I was thinking too. You can do that.
You're not taking Luka out. Luka is 35
Yeah.
points per game right now.
Luka
Whatever
is
he
right.
is
You can't do
him.
that.
He's
Is
playing
him too.
Madden. He's playing Mad right now.
But-
It's too easy.
But Stephen Curry has been hurt,
Right. That's
so
what
I probably would take him and put Ja there.
either Ja or Ja because they're winning,
Right.
but Shea because of the numbers.
Either one could have won. Either one of those could have won.
They're both going to be
Unstarted.
reserves.
Yeah.
Right.
Who do you think is snubbed as far as guards? I think Dame gets snubbed this year.
Dame might get snubbed. No, well, yeah, he might get snubbed. For one thing, I know one thing. One
They
thing's
better
for
not
sure.
put Draymond in there.
No, no, he's not.
No.
I know one thing's for sure. 2 things for certain. If Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle is not an All-Star, it's gonna be trouble.
See, I
Trouble.
will agree with.
The East is open though. The East is wide open. There's not much arguments in the East.
But I
Besides
will
the
agree.
obvious of Bradley Beal and
Yeah.
so on. Jaylen
Julius
Brown,
Randle.
Julius Randle.
Julius Randle
He has to
deserves
be
it.
in there.
He
put on a
he's been
performance.
he's been
East is
balling
wide
this year.
open. Anybody can get in there.
That's what makes the competition so great.
But the West, because Aaron Gordon could go in. He could be an All-Star. He's been playing well as a
Listen,
reserve.
and I'm gonna be Nick biased right now. They had a stat that said a couple of days ago, if the Knicks was in the West, they'd be the 4th seed. They'd be the 4th seed in the West. I think that right now they're the 7th seed in the East.
You still a Knicks fan?
Absolutely.
I thought you was a Hornets fan.
Nah, I mean, you know, I
Or a Bulls.
It's a lot of hesitation there.
Nah, I'm a
I mean,
Knicks.
I think at some point, one of these episodes, we're gonna revisit this Lonzo Ball.
I'm a Lonzo Ball fan.
Haven't heard his name much.
In a
He-
while.
none
Is
of-
he in the
yeah.
league?
He's injured.
God.
He's injured.
Man, shout out to Lonzo Ball too. You're doing well for a number 2 pick.
I think the only time you see him now is at the
Still
mall,
no
right?
sympathy for me, but you're doing well.
I mean, the hate is just it's unbearable. But yeah, Lonzo Ball is still my guy. He just unlucky, man. Just can't stay healthy. And his brother need help in Charlotte.
He's gonna leave Charlotte.
Listen, I spoke to a reliable source. I'm not gonna say who because I don't want to put nobody out there, but I spoke to a reliable source close to LaMelo, and I'm like, yo, LaMelo need help, and he said, hell yeah. So they gotta figure.
Well, he had the help in Miles Bridges if he just acted right in the offseason. That team would be developed cohesively.
What's crazy, and I was talking to my coworkers about this. I said, yo, for someone to be the greatest of all time, soon to be passed by LeBron, for somebody to be the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan, you cannot get nobody to come to Charlotte and play. Like everybody wears your shoes, they see you there and all, but they do not want to come play for you. Like that's crazy.
Yo, you're on everybody's uniform now too.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Jordan Brand sponsors a lot of the teams.
Hey, look, dude.
Jo- Jordan
look,
Brand.
Look, dog. That's the only logo you can put up like a
You-
Batman
you
signal, and
can't
everybody know
even
what it is.
figure out how to get
they know what
players.
it is, but they don't want no parts of it.
That's
No,
just the
no.
team. That's just look. You can look. Being a businessman is different from being the basketball player. You can't compare that. Business is different. He's running a team now. It's just like guys. It's just like guys that can go and play the game but can't coach. You know, there's some guys that can't do it. Some are better coaches than players, and some are better players than coaches. Obviously, with this particular business, because he's phenomenal in a whole bunch of other businesses. But this particular business, as far as owning the team, he just can't get players there, man.
Let's just get to the point. Let's just get him out of there.
Yeah, get him out of there, man. him, and the
get to
big
the
ass
point.
jeans he be wearing.
Get him out of there,
Get him
bro.
out of there.
First, the
Get him out
man,
of there.
look, the man is owner of that team.
He is the Jerry Jones of the NBA.
You're not gonna get rid of that.
He's hurting
man.
the team more than he is helping them being there.
And so I understand you can't argue about his basketball play, but you argue about his business play. Okay.
Nah, listen. You can't. Like I said, he's the greatest of all time currently, until LeBron passes him.
And still,
I mean, you know,
he's
he's the greatest of all time, and I think shoe sales, basketball, but definitely not. You know, him picking the team or putting the team together.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, it's that
That's
and
not good.
And like I said, the big ass jeans he be wearing. Besides that, like yo, you can like he needs to figure out something, because for you to be that guy, everybody looks up to you. You're the logo, should be the logo. Someone say
And it probably will be.
nobody wants to come play for your team.
He picks players as if he's gonna suit up and help them. How do you get Bismack Biyombo? How do you he just picks players like, you know what? It doesn't matter who I pick because I'm going to be in uniform to help them.
Listen, at the end of the
Stop
day,
it, bro.
I mean, Jordan is him. Yes, Jordan is him, but I don't know, man. He you would think that players would want to play for Mike. He had a whole commercial like Mike. Don't nobody want to be around Mike right now.
So on to the next topic.
I thought
I can't even say let's stick to basketball. That's what we talk about.
that's like, yo, you legit though. Like,
I agree, man.
if that's my idol, right, and that's who I look up to, yo, like, but nobody wants to come here.
But you know what though? That's pressure. That's pressure. To
What?
That's
What
that's
pressure
pressure.
is in
That's-
Charlotte?
That's
High blood pressure.
That's pressure. That's pressure to go and play for somebody that, with those accolades. It's hard.
No.
You know, it's hard to live up that talent.
So you mean to tell me it's more pressure to play for Mike than it is
hey, look,
Phil Jackson?
Kemba Walker was doing fine there until he left, and now you know where is he?
I mean, that's because he had bad knees.
So
What are
you're
you talking
saying
about? He
it's
was
more-
leading Charlotte.
You think it's more pressure playing for Mike than it is a Phil or let's say Pat Riley?
I didn't say that, but those guys, that's all you really know them guys for coaching because you never seen them play. So you don't, you know what I'm
They
saying?
both played in the league.
What I'm saying is, you sitting here saying is there more pressure for playing for them? You never seen Phil Jackson play before.
I've never have.
You never seen those guys. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these guys have seen Michael Jordan.
But I'm saying, as far as the winning,
right.
it's, to me, it would be more pressure playing for an established coach than it is playing for an established player that became an owner.
Yeah,
It's still Michael Jordan though.
he is.
It's still Michael Jordan. I mean, I can't sit here and say why it's hard for these guys to when they get on this team they can't play. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't know why he can't get good quality players there. Not to say that Lonzo Ball or Kemba Walker, those guys weren't quality players, because they are or were or whatever you want to call it. But he just can't get the talent there, man. I don't know the reason why. He just can't get it there.
Yeah,
And that's a fact.
his talent evaluation hasn't been good though.
I mean, whether it be the Bobcats or the Hornets, it doesn't matter. It just ain't working. It's just not working. And these coaches he's getting, it's just not working there either.
So
Yeah.
Shout out to Salas.
What do y'all anticipate happening in trade deadline is approaching? There's been talks of Zach LaVine and Russell Westbrook swap with that first round picks or whatever.
Well, let's give a shout out to Hoochie Mama who they did get. The Lakers did.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Yo.
that's crazy.
You know, you know it's so funny.
That was a good one.
I can't pronounce it. I'm not even gonna try it because I don't want to disrespect that young man's name
Not disrespecting.
because I can't, But that was funny though, Hoochie Mama. It's because me as a Knicks fan, I keep hearing I heard the Zach LaVine thing to the Knicks possibly. Obi-Wan Kenobi from Toronto coming to the Knicks.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It hasn't really been. I don't know. This season has. I don't know if it's because of football, but this season has been kind of overshadowed this year. It doesn't have that same spark.
Not as hyped up, right?
Yeah, maybe it's because of football. Once football is done, we'll be fully engaged into basketball. But for some reason, outside of LeBron breaking Kareem's record,
Everything is what we already know it to be.
it's like it's in autopilot.
Yeah, we already know Boston, the Memphis, Dame and whatever he does, Jokic and Jamal when they get healthy, so on and so forth. Then you have a couple of surprises in the Kings.
Anthony Davis getting hurt.
Yeah.
It's the same stuff
But
every
you
year.
alluded to it last time when we said like college is kind of like blah.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like blah. And then you just say now that the NBA is like it doesn't have that to it right
Yeah,
now.
we're waiting to post All-Star.
Right. So that's why I was like, every sport goes through a slump at some point, for a minute, until somebody spectacular comes and hypes it up.
LeBron James.
Yeah, LeBron James. But no, the only
Well, I
reason-
tell you, man, y'all gonna be bad. Y'all gonna feel bad when that man leave, boy.
Nah, but see, the crazy thing about it is, like LeBron, once he leaves, like Jordan, when Jordan left, his aura, his
nobody's
stature,
gonna talk about him.
No, but see, the thing about it is, Jordan is the only player in history that retired and got better for somehow. Excuse me. Jordan, you cannot say nothing bad about Jordan after he retired. With LeBron, he's just going to get better as he finished. But the only thing I can think of as far as the NBA is, like I said, because this football season has been good.
Right.
So I think with football, once football is done, we'll be fully engaged in basketball, and then March Madness is coming. So I think the season has been pretty good, for the NFL. So, well, that's for me as a regular fan
I agree.
of the game. I've been so engaged with football, being at my Jets. We started off good. We messed up at the end of the season, but once the football season is done, I think I'm gonna be fully involved, fully engaged with the NBA. That's just me though.
It's just a rough time when the fall season come around because everything collides. College football, baseball, postseason, NFL starting, NBA just getting going. And a lot of that stuff is and the NCAA, everything just getting going. So I think all of it at one time, it's overcrowding. It's overcrowding, but good though.
February 4th is the anticipated date of him breaking the record. Given his stats right now, he's averaging almost 30 a game.
30 a game. Once he turned 38, he's been leading the league in scoring.
So if he stays on that pace, February 4th against the Pelicans is the anticipated date. Are you gonna?
It really just kills me. It really just kills me.
I
just
don't understand.
But
this is an honest question. It's an
Still
honest
is.
question.
I'm trying to hear you, and he over here just giving. Oh, it'll be 38, man. It's gonna be an official.
It's an honest question.
That
bro.
was
It's
a
an honest
stat.
question.
What was it again?
Like him breaking the record. February 4th against the Pelicans is anticipated.
That's next
date.
week.
Okay.
Do you mark that on the calendar? Are you gonna watch out for that? Are you gonna like?
Oh, he's gonna watch.
It's like,
I'm not. See, that's the thing about it. That's based off of if he keeps a stat line going.
no, yeah, that's if he
So-
averages 30 for the next, I think 6 games or 5 games.
Right.
You
It may
know,
be a game where he might not only get 6 points. We don't know. So I'm not watching out for it.
He's-
But
he's
I
not
know if he has, you said it's 117 right now.
Yeah.
So I know if it gets down, I know if it gets to around the 40 range, then you might want to look, because it's possible he could do it that game.
So you're not
You know what I'm
going.
saying?
You're not going. I'm still laughing because that was funny. So you're not gonna watch. You're not gonna watch until he gets.
No,
in?
I'm not game watching. I'm watching all NBA games, man. I'm not just
No,
sitting
I'm
there
saying,
waiting for a
like,
Lakers
let's
game.
say like the game is like 10 points left to beat it. You gonna watch that game?
Yeah, I'm gonna tune in. I'll tune in to see it. I mean, like, that is NBA history. I mean, Kareem held it for 39 years,
40.
40.
Well, let's be honest. Nobody thought that would.
I think it's 39 years.
Nobody thought that would ever be broken. I never anticipated.
I
I
mean,
mean,
no,
38,000
it's-
is a lot of points.
It's 40.
Okay, 39, 40 years. I
No,
think
no,
it's-
39.
I thought so.
'Cause-
So I thought it was. So hey, look,
Because he broke it the same year LeBron was born, in 1984.
if I'm seeing a guy that come in the NBA in 18, right?
He had to be
And
good though.
he's
He had to be good.
hold on.
Okay, my
I got
fault.
you, because he was already granted the one.
He was.
You
Chosen
know,
one.
so he had to show that.
Uh-huh.
In
He did.
those 7 seasons that he played with Cleveland,
Uh-huh.
I seen it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when I liked LeBron anyway. I just despised him after he left and went to South Beach.
Okay.
But those 7 seasons, and I always say that too.
Nah, listen.
Those 7 seasons with Cleveland, I was like, okay, this man, he's battling. Granted, they were, old KG and all them, but still, he was giving it to him. The
Okay.
Pistons, he was giving it to him. We won't say anything about the San Antonio thing because they got demolished, and plus he was still a baby. You know what I'm saying?
23.
Right. But you could see it. You could see the greatness already in him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But he still had challenges ahead of him.
Absolutely.
You know? So to say, oh, it would never be broken, I think that's a little fabricated, because every record is made to be broken. I mean, it's a reason why it's taken 39 years for it to be broken. You know what I'm saying? But you got it. The way the scoring is going now in the NBA, you had to have known that somebody was going to do it. Somebody's got to do it.
To be honest with you, there was a period in time when they said this record was never going to be broken.
I didn't think it would ever be.
I'm
broken.
sure, because at the time the scoring was not like this. I mean, both teams winning or losing, both got 150 points, and another one got 130.
But let's be honest. Not only do you have to score this much, you have to be available.
Right.
And on top of that, LeBron is averaging at least 100 games a year.
So I'm glad you said that. So let me say this right quick, right?
That is a feat within itself.
30
That-
seconds.
I'm glad you say that.
because
30 seconds.
Kyrie could
Remember,
he could do it, but he's not available for 100 games.
Michael Jordan only had 32,000 plus points, right?
Uh-huh.
He missed 6 years of basketball.
Fine.
Okay, so can we not say that he
No,
could have done that?
20
Yeah, I'm not
seconds.
saying he couldn't have done it, but I'm just saying for him to be able to do that is incredible as well too.
Got you.
So due to camera restrictions, we're gonna have to wrap this up really quick. We can't even do any closing statements, but